I'm just wondering, man, the last couple years, how your life has changed after you started dating Taylor Swift, and you got the podcast, and you got all these things happening off the field. Can you kind of, Joe wrote about this, right? Can you kind of describe how your life has changed here, and is there a difficulty of
Imagine being at the very top of the world, hearing the roar of a stadium filled with 70,000 fans chanting your name, millions more watching you every Sunday, every move and every mistake broadcast across the globe. For years, I thought nothing could compare to that feeling, nothing could equal the electricity that runs through your veins when you step out under those lights, but I was wrong. Because when I dropped to one knee, when Taylor Swift looked at me with tears in her eyes and said yes, I realized there is a kind of joy that no touchdown, no championship, no record could ever match. That was the moment I understood what true victory feels like. That's why when I sat in the Kansas City Chiefs locker room that afternoon, it felt different than ever before. Those same benches that had carried exhaustion, sweat, and grit for so many years now felt like the backdrop for a new chapter of my life. I wasn't in pads or helmet. I wasn't the guy people see fighting through defenders or catching passes. I was just me, sitting in a simple white t-shirt and gray sweatpants, a baseball cap pulled down low, and a smile I couldn't hide. When the reporter asked me how life felt after the engagement, I couldn't help but laugh. I'm still me. I still wake up early to hit practice, still eat way too much chicken, and my teammates still give me hell every single day. But one thing has changed. Every night when I close my eyes, I feel more peaceful because I know there's someone waiting for me, someone who listens, someone who understands me better than anyone else, and that someone is Taylor. People think of her as this global superstar, the face on magazines, the voice on the radio, the woman selling out stadiums across continents, and yeah, she's all of that. But to me, she's the person who video calls me before practice, sometimes right after games when I'm still drenched in sweat, and just finds the words I need to hear. She knows when I'm under pressure, and she knows exactly how to remind me why I love this game in the first place. That's a gift. That's love. I'll never forget one particular night I was completely drained after a brutal game. I sat in this very locker room, still in my sweaty jersey, shoulders slumped, and I hit the call button. She answered, took one look at me, and laughed. Then she said, "No matter how dirty you look, you'll always be the best in my eyes." And just like that, all the fatigue vanished. That's the power she has in my life. My teammates see it too. They've all joked about it, but deep down they respect it. Pat Mahomes always teases me, tells me I've got my own personal mental coach now. Whenever I'm down, he says, "Call Taylor. She'll fix it." And honestly, he's right. She's been around the team at small get-togethers, and she's never once acted like she was above anyone. She's part of us, laughing, talking, listening. Even Jason, my brother, once joked, I don't know who he loves more, Taylor or football, but as long as he keeps catching passes, I don't care. Those little moments, that encouragement from family and friends, that's what gave me the courage to make the decision to propose. When the reporter leaned forward and asked me the question I knew was coming, I took a deep breath. What kind of person is Taylor Swift to you? For once in my life, I had no quick answer. I paused, because how do you put something like that into words? Finally, I said the only thing that felt right. She's the most genuine person I've ever met. You see her up there on stage, in the spotlight, and you think you know her. But the truth is, the Taylor I know is even better. She listens, she cares, she puts others before herself, and no matter how crazy the world gets, no matter how many cameras or headlines surround us, she makes me feel like I'm just Travis. Not Travis Kelce, the football player, not the tight end chasing rings, just me. And that's the greatest gift she's given me. I've lifted Super Bowl trophies. I've broken records. I've heard my name roared across stadiums, but none of it compares to the moment she said yes. None of it matches the peace I feel knowing I get to walk this life with her. That day in the locker room, when I spoke about it, I realized I wasn't just sharing an interview, I was letting people see the truest part of myself. This isn't just some story about a football star getting engaged to a pop icon. This is about two people choosing each other despite the chaos of fame, despite the pressure, despite the noise. So if you ask me what defines me right now, it isn't the touchdowns or the highlight reels. It isn't even the Super Bowl rings. It's this love, this decision, this woman who changed everything. And maybe, just maybe, the world is watching the beginning of one of the most powerful love stories of our time.
Jason turned around, startled, and the audience seemed to hear his deep breath through the microphone. He looked straight into the camera, as if to share this shock with the millions watching. Jason, oh my God. It's starting. Wyatt sat on his father's lap, her eyes fixed on the cat in Taylor's arms. Her expression was both curious